Before we start the video, I just want to say that I did a incorrect installation of this visor. So any of my opinions on this video, I'm going to reverse now because this really is a good brow for your 10th gen Civic. During the video I said I rated this a 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, I can't remember, but only because the fitment was wrong. So I do apologize, because this installation is actually an exterior installation instead of an interior application. And when you install, make sure you have one of these little squeegee things, because you do need them. Don't be like me and use a credit card and wrap it in a microfiber cloth. That's a big no-no. Just use a rubber squeegee like this, and make sure you spray it nice and wet, make it nice and wet, so that your squeegee will glide on nice and smoothly. So just wanted to correct my errors, and I hope that you learn from my mistakes. It's nothing too major, but as you can see, as I mentioned on the video, this is not aligned because this little dotted matrix is not aligned with the visor, which I'll show you in the video, but that's because I installed it wrong. Because what I did was I installed it from the inside instead of the outside. So that's why I was having trouble with the fitment, because this is actually an outside installation and not an inside installation. So I messed up on that. If I did it correctly, then this should have been a perfect fit instead of having me cut the tint just like I did in the video. But yeah, if I installed it from the outside, then this will be aligned. So don't be like me. I just kind of winged it at the time, and because I read the directions, it just said interior installation, so I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be an interior installation, but it's actually not. It's a exterior installation. But even with the wrong installation, I'm still happy with the results. Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. This is Chris, Time FK7. My name is Chris, and I make videos of this 2021 Honda Civic Sport hatch. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon so that you can get notified every time I do post a video on the channel, because I do post every Saturdays and Tuesdays. Now, that being said, today's video is going to be installing a windshield visor for your 10th gen Honda Civic Sport hatch. Let's go. So you may or may not have noticed, but when I tinted my windows, I didn't have the windshield tinted, only because I wasn't sure how it would look. So now that I got this product from Tint Effect, we're gonna go ahead and install it ourselves. And if I decide I don't like this, I can always take it right off, just like with any other mods that I've done to this car. Just like this wrap. A lot of you hate it, a lot of you like it, but I personally, at first I didn't like it. I wanted to rip that thing as soon as I installed it. But now I'm looking at the car, I feel like it's going to be weird without the hood wrap. But anyways, today we're going to be installing a windshield visor. And the tools that you're going to be needing is a microfiber cloth, window film application, or you can make it yourself, which you're going to be needing baby shampoo. Be sure to get those no-tear baby shampoo, mix it with some water, or if you think that your water is a little dirty, use distilled water and mix it up in a bottle, and then that's what you can use for your tint application fluid. Glass cleaner. So this one, try to get the glass cleaner that won't leave any streaks or any chemicals. I chose this only because this is the only thing that I had, but any glass cleaner should do, just as long as there's no oil or it doesn't leave a streak. That way you'll have a crystal clear windshield banner visor on your windshield. And last but not least, your tint application. Now, the one that I got was from Tint Effect, and it came packaged like this. So it comes in a little tube. It took about 3 weeks to ship, which was a little bit of a long time, which is understandable because we are in the middle of a pandemic, so mail tends to go slower than normal. But it came like this, nicely packaged in this solid cardboard tube. And then the contents of this package includes, of course, your window tint. Now, I got the eyebrow one. This is a interior application, meaning that you're going to be installing this from the inside of your vehicle, not from the outside. So it does include instructions on how to protect and how to install your windshield visor. And then you do have your invoice as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this is what it looks like. You get 2 brows for your 10th gen Civic. This is one of the brows, so we're gonna go ahead and clean. So just a quick little wipe right here. Once you wipe that, you're gonna go ahead, take your microfiber cloth, and just to ensure that there's no streaks, I'm just gonna wipe it dry. And once it's dry, this is a little Swiffer duster that I use to, you know, clean off dust from the car. So we're gonna go ahead and just wipe it on the windshield, just like that, so that it'll pick up any of dust or lint that's been left behind. So now that the windshield is nice and clean, go ahead and take your visor. So your visor is basically gonna sit just like that. So as you can see right now, there is no visor up there. So you're gonna get all that light coming in, and then right here on the other side, that's also clear without the visor. So you're not gonna get any protection from the sun while you're driving. So you're gonna have to put down your sun visor just like that every time you're driving, and that kind of obstructs your vision of the road. Whereas if you have like a little tinted windshield visor or brow, this could block the sun. For those who are new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I do make videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays. So yeah, subscribe to this channel. Moving on. Try not to bend this, because once you bend it, then you're gonna ruin the film. It even says on the instructions, that's why it has like a fragile sign on the packaging, because once this is bent, it's gonna be damaged permanently. So we're gonna take our spray. The reason why you need some microfiber towels is so that you can cover this area up, just in case water does roll down and then get into your dash. That way with this microfiber cloth, it's gonna absorb the liquid that's gonna be streaming down. Just like that. Spray all the dry spots as well. Make sure it's nice and wet. Then you're just gonna stick this right on, just like that. So it's actually not the right size that they gave me, apparently. It's gonna look like this, unless I put it on the other side, which is gonna look even more weird. It's not quite the right size. So there is actually a little bit of space that's not really quite connecting the window tint to this black thing. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they sent me the wrong size. But this is what the tint looks like apparently on the 10th gen Civic. So we're gonna go ahead and flatten this out, make sure that there's no bubbles. So you're gonna wanna need a squeegee. So right now I'm just gonna use a credit card. And then with this credit card, I'm just gonna roll up this lint-free cloth, and I'm just gonna flatten this out as much as possible. And we're gonna push all the water out of the visor. But overall, the visor looks nice. It's just a little bit short towards the middle, which is a shame because this really looks nice. I mean, it's barely noticeable from the outside, but if you take like a closer look, you're gonna see like a little bit of space right here. But from far away, you can barely see how the middle part passes the visor. But overall, it looks amazing, and it really matches the other tint of the car. So like if we compare it on this side where there's no tint, you could see like how it's like clear. whereas on this side you can see the visor, and it's evening out the windshield. So you can really see the difference between the two. So this already looks, from the outside, looks really cool. And from the inside, you can already tell this compared to that. So you don't need to put down your sun visor anymore because you now have this little tint right there. So that's really helpful. And then this part right here, obviously it's not tinted. So we're gonna go ahead and do that side now. Alright guys, so this is the inside of the car. As you can see, it's really convenient to have this visor because look at the sun. Like without the visor, it's gonna look like this. So like you're pretty much gonna be blinded, but with the visor, you're protected from the sun's rays. So yeah, that's one of the pros of this visor. I don't even have to put my sun visor down because I have this windshield visor. And for those of you who are wondering, this is what it looks like at night. So you're still able to see through your windshield in the front, except you get like this little black tinted strip right there on top. But overall, it doesn't really obstruct your vision while you're driving at night. So yeah, right now I'm just using the regular headlights from Last Fit, and they're really amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the fog lights. So this is what it looks like with the fog lights on. So it really gives you that extra super wide lit view. So my final thoughts of this windshield visor from the Tint Effect, I would rate it a 6 out of 10. Only because, well, first of all, it took almost a month to arrive when I was ordering it. So I waited a really long time for this. Honestly, I completely forgot that I ordered this. So that's con number 1. Con number 2, they give you the same size brows. So I'm not sure if they did that intentionally or somebody from the factory or workshop did that by accident. But both brows are the same size. So I'm gonna have to cut the brow on the right side in order for me to even it out. And then there's like a little space on the left side. It's like this big. So I'm gonna use whatever I cut from that right side visor to cover up that empty space, which again, you know, is a con. And if you really try to eyeball it, it's gonna look weird and like it's gonna look out of place. I'd rather have something that really fits perfectly on the windshield instead of having, you know, this sort of a mess. But yeah, the pros of this is really easy to install, but other than that, I give it a 6 out of 10. So the end result, it really completes the look of the car, and I'm really happy that I actually have a visor for the windshield. This is what it looks like. And then another con that I want to mention is the price, because it is like $50 to $60. It is kind of expensive for what you're getting, but the end result, it's a really good visor. Moving on, I do have Time FK7 logos, and I want you guys to decide where should I put this logo. Should I put it on top right here, or should I put it down here? So I have another logo which is a smaller size. I do like the font though, but what I don't like is how small it is. I want you guys to decide where I should put this, whether if it's going to be the top of the windshield or the bottom part of the windshield right here near the windshield wipers. So comment down below where you guys want me to put this. I'm also going to be posting a poll on the channel so that you guys can also vote there. But I want you guys to comment down below where do you think I should place this visor, whether or not I should be placing the bigger one or the smaller one, top or bottom of the windshield, because I want to know your opinions. Anyways, that about wraps up this video. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you guys think of this video, or if you have any future suggestions on videos that I should be doing in the future. Also, if you're in the market for LED bulbs or floor mats, Last Fit is the way to go, so be sure to check out their link down below on the description, and be sure to use code CTFK7 for that 10% off. And that doesn't apply for just Hondas, that applies for all vehicles of all makes and models. So yeah, be sure to check out their website because they really do have good product. Again, that's Cint FK7 for that 10% off. Thank you all for watching. This is Time FK7 and peace out.